This song is capoed on the 3rd fret, and what I'm going to be showing you is a mixture of things that I think I hear happening on the album, and then also things that I can see happening whenever Ryan Adams plays this live on YouTube's. The first chord of the song, you only play it as the first chord of the song, from what I can hear and tell, and it's got a full D chord in it, and I'm making the D chord with my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers. Usually you would make your D chord with your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fingers like this, but I need my 1st finger for something else, so I'm making it with my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers, as you see right there. And I take my 1st finger and I plant it down on the 5th string, 2nd fret. And that is the first chord. Make sure that you're fretting in such a way that anything that's not being fretted is ringing out. So make sure that you arch your fingers up, arch your wrist up, so that you can get the E to ring, or the 6th string to ring, and the 4th string to ring open, while everything else is being fretted. And that's the first chord of the song. The second chord of the song is a G, and it will be played on an up strum. So this first chord is just a down strum. The second will be the up coming out of it, and it's a G chord where I just play with one string. I fret the low 6th with my ring on the 3rd fret, and I fret it in such a way that I intentionally block out the 5th string, because the 5th string is not in the chord. So if you block that out, that's okay. Your low 6 will ring, but the 5th will be blocked. But then everything else you want to ring out. You don't want the high E string, the 1st string, to ring, because that's not in the chord. But this will be the 2nd strum of the song, and it will be an up strum. So just to demonstrate that, down and up. And then after you strum it, you want to block out the strings with your hand. Mute those strings to stop the notes from ringing. The second chord after that G is an A minor 7th chord. Then it goes back to the G, and then up into a C. That's the first round of chords. The second round of chords, you don't go back up to this D type chord. You will still plant your 1st finger, though, on the 5th string, 2nd fret, or at least that's how I play it. And you'll strum everything else down with everything else open, and this is an E minor. Then the repetition of all the other chords follows suit. Sometimes Ryan Adams in this C will fret the 2nd string 1st fret with his 1st finger. Sometimes he leaves it open. So duplicate as you will there. And that's the first run of chords in this song. There's a quick lick coming out of the intro chords that takes place primarily picking on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings of your guitar, where I fret with my ring finger is where I'm making my root notes here, sliding from the 5th string 3rd fret to the 5th string 5th fret, making a relative D note here. And then add the major 3rd with your 2nd finger on the 4th string 4th fret, and then the 3rd string will be left open. That's what you pick. You're going to slide up. So you'll pick actually on the C note and slide to the D, and then pick the 4th and 3rd. Then it just comes right back down into this C. And I think that I hear him fretting in that C the first time down, the 2nd string 1st fret. The second time around, I hear him fret the 4th string on the 2nd fret with your 2nd finger there, and leave the 2nd string completely open. The next grouping of chords are the verse chords, and they are an A minor 7th and an E minor. And it basically just does that over and over again. Now, you may hear Ryan Adams doing a lot of embellishments that happen in this little scale right here, starting from the 5th string going up the rest of the way, but open 5th, fretted 2nd, open 4th, fretted 2nd, open 3rd, fretted 2nd, open 2nd, fretted 3rd, or fretted 1st. There's a lot of embellishments that happen there, where he may be pulling off of an A minor or hammering down in E minors, or pulling out of E minors, or and droning first string now in a lot of these chords with your A minor and your E minor. So you can play around in that scale just like Ryan Adams does. There's no specificity to what he's doing. It's just within that scale of notes that he's playing around. Coming out of the verse chords, it goes into then also a C and a G. The chorus chords are generally easy. I don't want to spend much time on them, but it's just a C, a G, an A minor seventh, and an E minor. And sometimes I'll plant down on the second string with my pinky finger. Now, in fairness, Ryan Adams, I know that he likes to use his ring finger instead and play it like that, but it's just more intuitive for me and how I make my chords to generally use the dexterity of my pinky finger there. But if you want to play it like Ryan Adams, throw down your ring finger instead. The hard part about this course is a D chord that comes in with some kind of tricky hammer-ons and pull-offs. So fret a D chord, then fret with your pinky finger on the high E string 3rd fret, then pull off of the 3rd fret back down to the E string 2nd fret, and then pull off again with your 2nd finger off of the 2nd fret to an open E, and then strike the 2nd string 3rd fret. So it would come together like. So notice how I'm pull off to here, then pull off to open, and then strike the 2nd string 3rd fret that you've got fretted here. And again, in fairness, Ryan Adams, he's playing his D chord like this, even far more contorted, and I think he's going. So if you want to play it just like him, you would fret your D chord that way, but I'm playing it that way. Same notes being fretted, it's just easier for me to play this way. Then into the A minor 7th, and pull off with your 1st finger off of the 2nd string 1st fret. And then I move with my 2nd finger to the 5th string 2nd fret and plant down either your pinky or your ring, it doesn't matter which, something on the 2nd string 3rd fret, and you would pluck down 5th, 4th, 3rd with your ring finger on the 2nd fret, and then move from the 2nd fret on the 5th string to the 3rd fret into a C. And that's difficult, especially whenever you're in the strumming mode of chorus. It's tough to come up to this D and hit those hammer-ons and pull-offs. And then sometimes in this little walk from the 5th string 2nd fret to the 5th string 3rd fret, sometimes Ryan Adams, instead of hitting those notes, he's playing it like this. So that's something else that you can play around with as well, and then it goes back into chords that we've already looked at. And I think those are all the chords for this song.